mark? The only player that I could see that's truly got a special whistle is Asia Wilson. My God. You're never beating these allegations. No wonder you put up whatever it is, 23 points a game, 25 points a game. I mean, the league is literally helping you to win MVPs. And look, all superstars get some whistles. I get that. But holy jeez. Seriously, 81-54.
The Indiana Fever secured a significant victory against the Las Vegas Aces, marking their first win over this opponent since 2019. However, the game's outcome has sparked intense debate about officiating standards and potential favoritism within the WNBA. During the contest, Asia Wilson emerged as the sole standout performer for Las Vegas, putting up impressive numbers while her teammates struggled to make an impact. The controversial aspect centers around the stark disparity in foul calls and free throw opportunities awarded throughout the game.
Even a third-round rookie was cooking them. But we got to talk about Becky Hammon. So this is from, obviously, Morrow Sports Media. We are going to be, we're going to go and react to this. Asia isn't in the GOAT conversation. She is the GOAT. She's already done what nobody else has done. I don't want to say she is right now, but I'm not going to argue that much with that. So, Asia Wilson on the Aces defense. We haven't been ourselves. We have to figure it out. Our defense has to be 10 times better.
Wilson accumulated 13 free throw attempts during the matchup, converting 11 of them en route to a 29-point performance. This number becomes particularly striking when compared to other players on the court. No other Las Vegas player received more than 4 free throw attempts, while Indiana's Aaliyah Boston, a player many consider worthy of MVP consideration, was awarded only 2 free throw opportunities, despite playing a similar style and position. The statistics reveal a troubling pattern that has fans questioning the integrity of officiating. Wilson's exceptional free throw volume appears inconsistent with the treatment other players received, especially considering Boston's physical presence in the paint typically draws contact. This disparity has led to accusations of preferential treatment and concerns about betting implications.
Seriously, 81-54 last night. Let's just scroll down and see what I'm talking about. 29 points, a huge game from Asia Wilson. The rest of her team didn't show up. 13 foul shots. She had 13 foul attempts. Look at the rest of the team. I mean, they didn't. And nobody on the. Are you kidding me? When it comes to the Indiana Fever, the referees are looking in the opposite direction. Nobody had more than 4 foul attempts.
Critics argue that such officiating inconsistencies undermine the league's credibility and professional standards. The situation raises questions about whether certain players receive favorable calls that artificially inflate their statistics and performance metrics. Wilson's scoring average benefits significantly from these frequent trips to the free throw line, potentially skewing MVP voting and other accolades. The broader implications extend beyond individual games. Observers note that these officiating patterns create an uneven playing field where outcomes may be influenced by factors beyond athletic performance. The professional presentation of the league suffers when such obvious disparities occur, leading some to compare the viewing experience unfavorably to lower-tier sporting events.
10 times better. God has blessed with way too much talent. It's time to shine for one another and come together. Their team's not very good. They literally are going to have one of the 5 worst players in the league. Or they're going to have 2 of the 10 worst players in the league in Kia Stokes and Alyssa Smith in their rotation. Jackie Young, we have to get off to a better start. We just have to come out better, man. They sucked in the second half too. And Becky Hammon, this is the craziest tweet I've seen. Becky Hammon on the Aces. There is a complete lack of professionalism and a complete lack of focus. I don't know how you step on a...
Social media responses have been swift and critical, with fans creating satirical content highlighting the perceived bias. Many question whether Commissioner Kathy Engelbert adequately addresses these officiating concerns or maintains proper oversight of game officials. The lack of visible action from league leadership has frustrated supporters who expect consistent and fair application of rules. The controversy extends to potential gambling implications, as consistent favorable calls towards specific players could influence betting outcomes. When a player regularly receives significantly more free throw attempts than opponents, it becomes easier to predict and potentially manipulate scoring totals. This raises serious questions about the integrity of both the competition and associated betting markets.
Nobody had more than 4 foul attempts. Asia Wilson, 11 of 13. No wonder she scored 29 points. And of course, I noticed this. Last night I said the WNBA referees are so terrible. It is so embarrassing for the league. Adam Silver needs to get involved since Kathy Engelbert won't straighten out this circus. I mean, literally, put on the cloud paint and play the music.
Boston's treatment serves as a stark contrast to Wilson's experience. Despite playing with similar physicality and aggression in the paint, Boston received minimal foul calls while Wilson drew frequent whistles. This inconsistency suggests that officiating standards vary dramatically depending on the player involved, rather than being applied uniformly based on actual contact or rule violations. The situation has prompted discussions about systemic issues within WNBA officiating. Many argue that the league needs significant reform to ensure consistent application of rules across all players and teams. Without such changes, the legitimacy of individual achievements and team victories remains questionable.
And a complete lack of focus. I don't know how you step on a court with 20,000 people in the stands and perform like that. That's crazy. They're shooting layups. I thought they were grabbing and holding us. It's a rugby match and my team doesn't want to play rugby back. They get their ass kicked. Oh my God. And to be fair, the referees were letting the ace away with a lot. They were letting the ace away with a lot. If I knew which one was coming,
Current officiating practices appear to favor certain marquee players at the expense of competitive balance. This approach may boost individual statistics and create compelling storylines, but it ultimately damages the sport's integrity and fan trust. The disparity becomes particularly problematic when it affects crucial games and playoff positioning. The contrast between Wilson's 13 free throw attempts and Boston's 2 attempts in the same game exemplifies the broader problem. Both players operate in similar areas of the court and employ comparable playing styles, yet receive vastly different treatment from officials. This inconsistency suggests that factors beyond gameplay influence referee decisions.
Put on the cloud paint and play the music. Whistle on Asia, get to the line. I mean, wow. It is bad. It's real bad. And WNBA refs should wear clown outfits. Nothing will be done per usual. The refs, dirty players, the rest of them have got silver in the NBA by the balls. They shouldn't. No, not terrible, corrupt. You know what? That's
League officials must address these concerns to maintain credibility and ensure fair competition. The current system appears to prioritize certain players over others, creating an uneven playing field that undermines the sport's competitive integrity. Without meaningful reform, these controversies will continue to overshadow actual basketball achievements. The officiating disparity has become so pronounced that it generates more discussion than the actual game results. This shift in focus from athletic performance to referee decisions indicates a serious problem that requires immediate attention from league administrators. The integrity of the entire competition depends on addressing these systematic inconsistencies.
If I knew which one was coming, I could prepare myself better. Tonight, we put a third quarter together, and after that 3 quarters of trash, the offense was trash, the defense was trash. And we had one person score more than 2 field goals, and that was Asia Wilson. They just wanted more than us. I agree. I stand by that. It's really hard to know as a coach what team you're getting on any given night. You have to come with your engine started. We would have won 5 or 6 more games if we just played harder. That is awful. That is awful. Like,
Wilson's favorable treatment raises questions about whether her impressive statistics truly reflect her basketball abilities or result from preferential officiating. When a player consistently receives significantly more free throw attempts than opponents in similar situations, it becomes difficult to assess their actual performance level fairly. The situation reflects broader concerns about professional standards within the WNBA. Inconsistent officiating combined with apparent favoritism towards certain players creates an environment where competitive outcomes may be predetermined rather than earned through superior play. This undermines the fundamental principles of fair competition that should govern professional athletics.
They shouldn't. No, not terrible, corrupt. You know what? That's a great thing to have brought up. I'm so glad this guy said corrupt. Let's just say it out loud. Have we checked the referees for if they voted on the over-under point totals for Asia Wilson? Question mark. Because guess what a great way to hit the over is? Send the damn player to the free throw line. I'm just wondering. Kathy Engelbert, you got your ears on?
The Las Vegas Aces suffered another devastating defeat against the Indiana Fever, prompting head coach Becky Hammon to express unprecedented frustration with her team's performance and attitude. The loss highlighted numerous systemic issues plaguing the franchise this season. Following the crushing defeat, Hammon delivered scathing criticism of her players' approach and execution. The team currently sits below .500, struggling to find consistency despite having elite talent on the roster. The coach's public statements revealed deep concerns about player mentality and preparation. The Fever's dominance came against an Aces squad that many expected to compete at a higher level. However, the Indiana team demonstrated superior effort and execution throughout the contest. This victory pattern suggests the Fever have developed the ability to defeat quality opponents even without their star rookie consistently performing at peak levels.
Like, the Aces, saying they would have won 5 or 6 more games is kind of crazy, considering the fact that they are 8-9. So she's basically trying to say, let's just say winning 6 games. So they go 14-3. She was saying if they'd worked harder, they'd be 14-3. I mean, I wouldn't be out there saying that. I wouldn't be out here saying that, we just got out.
Hammon's most pointed criticism focused on what she termed a complete lack of professionalism and a complete lack of focus. She expressed disbelief at how players could perform so poorly in front of 20,000 spectators. The coach's frustration extended to comparing the physical play to rugby, noting her team's unwillingness to match that intensity. Aja Wilson acknowledged the team's defensive shortcomings, stating they needed to improve significantly on that end of the court. Despite her individual excellence, Wilson recognized the collective failure to execute their game plan effectively. Her comments reflected awareness that talent alone cannot overcome poor team chemistry and effort.
You got your ears on? You got a morality issue potentially. You got a conspiracy issue potentially. I mean, honestly, who's going to influence the game? Oh, you put 1,000 on Asia to score over 23 on DraftKings? What is that split between 3 refs or however many refs? They needed 12 out there to get calls right.
The coach's assessment painted a bleak picture of the team's current state. She described the offense and defense as trash, except for one productive quarter. Only Wilson managed to score more than 2 field goals in the entire game, highlighting the lack of offensive contributions from other players. Hammon's most controversial statement involved claiming the team could have won 5 or 6 additional games with better effort. Given their current 8-9 record, this assertion suggests she believes the roster possesses championship-caliber talent that has been undermined by poor preparation and execution. The team's recent losses include embarrassing defeats to opponents they should have beaten. These results include substantial losses to teams that typically struggle against quality competition. The pattern suggests fundamental issues beyond simple execution problems.
That, we just got outworked today because, I mean, like, you lost to the Valkyries by 30. Like, you've lost to the Valkyries by 30 and you lost to the Fever by 30. Like, you lost to 2 teams by 30 that you should have beaten. Obviously beat the Sun a couple of times. You lost to the Mystics without Brittany Sykes and without Jade Melbourne. You got very lucky against the Wings. I know AJ Wilson didn't play, but
Chelsea Gray's physical limitations due to injury concerns restrict her ability to contribute at previous levels. Jackie Young has struggled with consistency, failing to provide the secondary scoring needed to support Wilson's elite production. These veteran players' struggles have created additional pressure on the team's star player. Role players like Kia Stokes and Alyssa Thomas have failed to provide the depth and reliability expected from championship contending teams. Their inconsistent performances have forced the coaching staff to rely heavily on a shortened rotation rotation, creating fatigue issues for key players. The coaching staff faces difficult decisions regarding lineup combinations and playing time distribution. With limited reliable options beyond Wilson, game planning becomes increasingly challenging. The lack of depth has exposed the team's vulnerabilities against well-prepared opponents.
Was right. If I was Asia Wilson, I wouldn't be proud of this shit. That whistle is a disgrace to the WNBA. That was the W360. That's a great YouTube channel, by the way. Shout out to my fellow Texan. It's embarrassing if we're being 100. Preach. It's wild.
Hammond's public criticism suggests internal frustration with player accountability and preparation standards. Professional basketball demands consistent effort and focus, qualities that appear lacking in the current roster construction. The coach's comments indicate systemic culture issues that extend beyond individual game performances. The team's struggles contrast sharply with expectations entering the season. With Wilson performing at an elite level and experienced veterans in key roles, many predicted sustained success. Instead, the franchise finds itself fighting for playoff positioning rather than championship contention.
I know AJ Wilson didn't play, but got very, very lucky. Got very, very lucky that they beat. They were down 13 with 3 minutes to go in this game. They lost to the. Oh my God, they lost to the Sparks. I forgot about that. In fairness, AJ went down. But they lost to 20 by the Storm. I don't see where she's getting a bit of hard work wins.
The WNBA's competitive balance has shifted, with young players throughout the league making significant contributions. Teams like the Fever have demonstrated that proper development and team chemistry can overcome individual talent disparities. This evolution has exposed teams that rely too heavily on star power without supporting systems. The playoff format's best-of-3 structure in early rounds creates opportunities for upsets and momentum shifts. Teams that enter with poor chemistry and effort issues face elimination risks regardless of talent level. The Aces' current trajectory suggests vulnerability in high-pressure situations.
It's wild. It is wild. Right here. I mean, people are making logos. Asia Wilson's logo, but made with whistles. That's good. The WNBA can't allow Asia Wilson to keep getting this whistle, man. This shit is out of hand. Asia Wilson's whistle is exactly why the officiating in the league is a joke. Aaliyah Boston.
Hammond's frustration appears justified given the resources and talent available to the organization. The gap between expectations and reality has created tension that manifests in public criticism and player accountability discussions. These situations rarely improve without significant changes to approach or personnel. The franchise's championship window may be closing if current trends continue. Wilson's elite performance cannot single-handedly overcome systemic team issues. The supporting cast must elevate their play significantly for the team to achieve its potential.
I don't see where she's getting a bit of hard work wins them some more games. Because, man, this Aces team did not look good. And, you're saying, oh, this team needs to work harder. And if you guys agree with what I'm saying, subscribe. We are trying to hit 52.6k by the end of tomorrow. We are 60 subscribers off. But we can be honest here. Aja Wilson, in fairness, she does what she does. Jackie Young, again, bad game. Jackie Young's good. Chelsea Gray can only work so hard because she can't.
Recovery from this situation requires honest assessment of personnel decisions and tactical approaches. The coaching staff must identify which players can contribute consistently and adjust expectations accordingly. Simple effort improvements may not address deeper roster construction issues. The team's remaining schedule and playoff positioning will determine whether this season salvages respectability or represents a complete disappointment. With limited time remaining, dramatic improvements in consistency and effort are essential for any meaningful postseason impact. Current performance levels suggest the Aces face an uphill battle to regain championship contention status. The combination of inconsistent role players, injured veterans, and apparent chemistry issues creates multiple obstacles that require immediate attention and resolution.